Yo, we live with another one. We gonna have to come up. Oh wait, reconnecting. Yeah, we gonna have to come up with a name for this. We're gonna be doing this every so often.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we for sure gonna have to come up with a name for this. Okay, please.
And I took all my podcast stuff to the building, man. So hopefully next week, man, I have a boy, I have time to get that thing set up, boy.
Took a what?
I said hopefully by next week I have time to get. I've been crazy busy trying to get the stuff ready, man. So hopefully next week I have a set up some type of way, man.
That's what's up.
Yeah. How about the
Shoot.
Cowboys, man? I can't even say it. I can't even say it truthfully, boy. I'm scared to say it, boy.
Not the Cowboys. Are y'all Cowboys fans? Oh my God.
Yeah,
Well, they they play tomorrow.
Yep. Every
Hey,
Thanksgiving.
I ain't that enthusiastic about it. If you just want to,
hey, you better be a Cowboys fan. You from South Dallas?
I know, right?
Man, I grew up with the Cowboys on one side of the wall and the cheerleaders, Cowboys cheerleaders on the other side of the wall. But nah, man, I had to give up on the Cowboys. Once Jerry Jones said, man, that if any of his players took a knee during a Colin Kaepernick situation, that he was gonna cut him, I was through. I honestly was almost through when they used to do To dirty. I was like, bro, like, why are they doing To like this?
hmm
They really pissed me off then. But once they got Dak and Zeke, I was like, all right, I'm back. They got two brothers. They finna do their thing. And then after,
hmm
Dak ended up being kind of iffy and Zeke, but I was like, man, I'm done. And yeah, after the Colin Kaepernick thing, I was like, yeah, I'm
Hey,
out.
in the words of Boba Dud, that Prescott trash.
Right.
So
What?
Was Jerry Jones wrong?
Yeah, he was wrong.
For who? About who? For Michael Parsons?
No,
Nah,
no.
for saying his
For make,
teammates shouldn't take a knee.
Colin Kaepernick stuff.
That his teammates shouldn't take a knee? Uh,
No, he told his employees that they can't that they take a knee that he was going to tax that bottom.
man, it was two different. Man, it was. They wanted to make it something what it wasn't. Like, oh man, the people been in the military gonna be offended. Man, I ain't care either way. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I didn't care at all. I was like, actually, I was with Colin Kaepernick. I'm an ex-military. I'm
Yeah,
like,
man.
shoot, I like what he did. That's the whole thing about being in the military, man.
Mhm.
Supposedly was, fighting for people's freedoms, and stuff like that. And then the man used his freedom to protest, peaceful protest. And that's how y'all banned the dude from the NFL because he was peacefully protesting. So I just went with it.
Yeah, I think if more people would have got behind him, but
Yeah,
it kind of showed you that more people worry about their household than I'm one of those people, bro. If y'all could have been like, hey man, we gonna take a knee. All right, we taking a knee. That's what it is. It wouldn't even be a second thought about it. Whatever punishment came, it is what it is. But
But
some
I
people,
don't think
man,
I, I'm I don't think uh you know uh, I I don't think that that's something you should use the American flag,
hmm
Pledge of Allegiance. I don't think that's a time or a place to protest.
yeah,
I
man.
think he
I
could
was
have
like,
he could have found something else.
but protesting, the whole purpose of protesting is to make people uncomfortable. You know what
I
I'm
get
saying?
it, I get that, but
hmm
he,
So to
he,
me,
yeah,
that was,
he got the right one.
man, I'm gonna tell you
yeah,
something, man. Protesting ain't never changed nothing. Ever. You want to change something? Let them go check that bank account in the morning, and it's low. Hey man, hey, get them whatever they want. What they need? Hey, give it to
that's
them.
that's why I feel like Shador
They should
started
be
last week.
approachable by not dressing out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
Then when
like
they
that's
come
why.
interview him, asking why he ain't playing, that's what he should have told him.
Yeah,
I don't think he should have disrespected the flag like that.
I guarantee you this: if all those fans say, "Hey man, we're gonna return our jerseys back to the store," I guarantee you he'd have been starting 5 minutes after they announced that.
yeah. Even even when we look at Shador starting that last game, a lot of people say that was money. That was money was the reason why the owner said, "Hey, I don't care what you'll say, put him in the game." They said them tickets, them Cleveland Brown tickets, was going for $15.
Mm.
And then it got, they were talking about on the sports talk shows. They said them tickets for $10, $15, and then shit. Next thing you know, Shador in the game, and this Sunday they playing in Cleveland. That owner want that paper. That stadium gonna be full in the motherfucker.
Man, when the coach didn't give that boy the game ball, man, I don't want to hit. Boy, look, boy, I ain't got nothing
Boy,
to say about Cleveland Brown. But hey, man, quit the team, bro. Boycott, do something. You just leave where it's at.
I
Yeah,
think
he
what they're
better
gonna have
stay
to
there with
do,
that bag.
they gonna have to cut Skavansky and Dylan Gabriel. If they keep Shador, they gotta cut both. They gotta cut Dylan Gabriel and the head coach. They gotta get rid of both of them.
But the biggest thing is that boy Deshaun Watson making like 40 million a year. He's just sitting over there on the sideline, bro, cooling.
He can be the backup. He
Man,
are
40
Yep,
million
he can be the
dollars
backup.
back up. But hey, boy, look, get in the game, bro. I ain't paying all that money for you to sit over here on the sideline.
Man, when Dak did what he did, because remember Dak came from fourth string to starting too
Right.
with Tony Romo. And when Tony Romo was healthy, Jerry Jones was like, yeah, we still rolling with Dak. I don't know how much I know he did pay Romo good money, but I don't know how much he was
Oh,
paying him a
Romo
year
got about
when
300-400 million with Dallas.
yeah, in that last season, Dak took his spot. He came in, him and old boy came in, and it was a wrap.
Man, the Cowboys haven't progressed none since Dak Prescott took over.
They they do what they do.
Other
Dak
than
do just Dak do just enough to make the fans keep believing.
man, I don't even do it no more, bro. I used to be a diehard man. I used to be a part of a Cowboys group. Man,
Yeah,
look, man, boy, I burned all my Cowboys stuff. I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm still a fan, though. They got to win the Super Bowl for me to praise them again. Not gold. They got to win one.
I did like Bubba Dub. I threw my stuff in the trash. My Dak, Zeke, I threw both of them jerseys in the trash. The only
Man.
jerseys I got in my closet now is my Colin Kaepernick jerseys.
Then what's the boy Dig? Man, these boys are super simple, man. Suckers, man. Straight suckers. Man,
Oh, you talk? Why you say that?
look, man. If you my partner, I just don't be understanding a lot of these young athletes, man. They'll pass the same chick around. I'd be like, bro, what y'all doing, bro? You got 300 million. Go get your. I don't get it, bro. It's just rich suckers, man. That's just my opinion. I ain't got the money they got, but from my perspective, they just suckers. You think I'm gonna
Yeah,
get $300 million to go get the chick in high school that didn't speak to me? Nah, I'm good. I might go get her sister though, but I ain't gonna mess with her.
Shoot, Cardi B sister, all right too.
And y'all
Man,
like and share the live. Y'all share the live with y'all peoples right now.
man, anybody dealing with the entertainment business and stuff, but I don't, man, look, man, I've been around a lot of celebrities, bro. I promise you, I'll be like, man, I'm good, man. I promise. Man, once you been out there on the road and on a tour and you see how it move, man, good, good luck.
Let's get on this topic. What we gonna talk about?
All right, well, let's get to it. Hold on, right quick.
Let's
We're
get to it.
gonna get it cracking. Let me share the screen.
Hey man, another quick note, man, for all the barbers and beauticians out there. Man, if you don't love what you do, man, do something else, man. Lord Jesus, my sentiment on that. But yeah,
Said do something else.
man, do something else. Go sweep the parking lot. Man, I hate when people don't love, enjoy what they do, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because man, they just take too many shortcuts, man.
All right, hold on 1 second.
And as a black woman married to a black man, I become deeply aware of the effects of this new black revolution on the relationship between black man and black woman. I see it among my own friends, and I also see it in my home. But the most revealing and the most vocal statements about what the new black man expects from the new black woman came when I met with a group of young unmarried friends one Saturday afternoon.
I think that what's happening in America as far as black men, black women is concerned, is that there's a revolution within a revolution. We are fighting our own woman. Our woman will not allow us to emerge as black men. No. But our black women, who has been put in this role of aiding white America, white structure, and castrating the black male, has continued doing this. She cannot live with us. It's not that we can't live with her.
Are you blaming us? Are you saying that it's our fault that this happened?
No, I'm not blaming black America women. I just said that I'm blaming the system. They are victims of the system like the black male.
Well, why do you say that we are castrating you? You say that you want to be the leaders. Okay, well, what about the black professional woman? Are you saying that there should be no black professional woman? Are you trying to deny black women the right to be creative, the right to function?
We're not asking for you to take a back seat.
That's what you
We're
said.
saying that you have got to be astute enough and can view the situation well enough where you just automatically know what your role is and step back. And whenever you want to have that aggressive thing, this is the thing that the young black man today is not going to tolerate. My old man tolerated it because his old man tolerated it. It came up for years and years and years. But today, the young black man is not going to take it. He's going to be out there as a leader.
White America has used black women to keep the black male in his place. And you're still aiding him by saying, well, we are qualified, we want to work, we can help.
Okay, how are you going to reprogram men so that they don't let us take over what's supposed to be their responsibility? And men that I have had dealings with, they are perfectly willing to sit back and let us do anything we want to.
I don't think that you have to reprogram men. I think you have to reprogram women.
No, you have to reprogram the man so that he will forcefully take what belongs to him, because you know women, as long as we can get, we're gonna get, and it's part of our being. We're going to do anything to you that you let us, whether we want to or not.
You don't want to live on the level of income that I can afford you in love. Me, on the basis of that, you want to always be aspiring to have all those things that's a part of the great middle-class white American society, and because I can't deliver these things to you, you say that you are not a man.
I don't measure a man by how much money he can bring home. I measure a man by how he treats me. Whether when I'm tired and I'm sick and I'm scared, he's there.
For these women, the men are there. But with the feeling of racial pride has come new conflicts and new problems. Across America, they meet to discuss what black awareness means to their families and to them as black women of today.
You know, there have been a lot of myths created about the black family. We all recognize that. And one of the most pernicious myths is the myth of the black matriarch.
It was not like
The black woman has not been a matriarch in the sense that
Pause
it
it.
has
Pause
been
it to
defined thus
review.
far. And thank God research, and I hope black research is being done
Yeah, y'all pause it. We gotta
now.
pause it. We gotta let the video pause go, cause there's a lot to unpack here, cause they saying a lot of stuff.
Okay, true. Let's see, I stopped that at 8:16. Okay. Yeah, so what do y'all think about the video so far?
I've already seen it.
Okay. Man, I think like even the last thing when she was talking about the myth of the black matriarch, and that do y'all believe that the black woman has been the head or the back? Because that's what we hear all the time. The black woman is the backbone of the black community. Do y'all agree with that?
Yeah, since the '60s. That video's from the '60s. Yeah, I think it's been like that since the '60s.
What's been what portion? Say what now? That the black woman is the backbone
It's too much
of the
delay,
community.
man, going on. Cool reviews.
It's too
It's a
much
delay.
what?
Yeah, a long delay.
Oh, yeah.
It
Y'all.
was a delay on that video, and it gets a delay on White Low.
Mine, it's a delay on me.
Yep.
Well, it's always gonna be one on that video, being the way the playback goes. That's kind
Hmm.
of hard. The timing on that's always gonna be off. It's weird. It's like a buffering thing that comes with playing a video.
Okay. Well, that's it. Let's rock with it. Let's rock with it. But
Oh,
yeah,
Oh yeah, because I say everything is straight on my end.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean it looks straight on
No,
my
it's
end
not
too.
nothing on your end.
It looks straight on my end.
See, Sean,
well,
go ahead.
well,
We rock with that.
so from my understanding, like just doing research on the Moneyhan report and seeing how um, everything did change from the '60s, man. Now is more men are dying early because of the pressures of uh, the society puts on women to put them in this position where it's like, hey, well, I gotta go make the money since you can't get it, I gotta go get it. So it's creating a divide right there. You know what I mean? As far as the things people want and the things people need.
And eventually, you brought up the Monahan report.
Mhm.
We're gonna have to tackle that on another stream, on another live, what the Monahan report actually is. Because
Mhm.
yeah, one of my homies put me up on that about a year ago. So
Right.
yeah, that's something we're gonna have to get into at some point as well.
No
The
doubt.
Monahan report.
Oh, for
Hell
sure.
yeah. Shoot. But one thing I also would say is that I guess the black man wasn't making enough money, if I heard it correctly, to live or keep up with the lifestyle that the woman wanted. And I'm like, when I look at where we at today,
Yeah.
it's even a bigger situation. And it's like, a lot of women rather have lifestyle over a family. If you can't afford a certain lifestyle or you can't give me a certain lifestyle, I don't want to be with you. Even though these women, even when it comes to the 50-50 conversation, they say they rather pay 100% of their own bills than to go half with a man. And to me, that's a lifestyle situation. I don't understand it, but it's like I'd rather live a certain lifestyle, even if I got to work 5 or 6 jobs, than I have a family with you. And you can't pay for my entire lifestyle. I don't understand the math on it, but that's kind of what it be sounding like to me. Everything is just about the lifestyle.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, I hope I don't get too far from this, man. I used to hang out. The person I was dating at the time, we used to hang out at Ti and Tiny them house, right? And she would be like, "Yo," I ain't gonna name her, but she would be like, "Yo, they about to go to Cancun." I'm like, "Cool," you know what I mean? Okay, man, this dude make millions of dollars a week. But hey, look, man, the little job I had at the time, man, I was smart, but I was on my way. I was like, man, we'll be able to get there, one day, And ask somebody to be patient, man. It's like they don't see the vision, man. It's like fighting a war against 20 enemies, man. You know, Nobody
Yeah,
else-
it is.
they always gonna measure you by what other people doing. It's like, man, you don't know if them people robbing people, killing people. You don't know what these people doing, man. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to get it the honest way. Best way is just get off those boats, man. Why they still at the dock? Just jump off, man, because that's too much pressure.
Do y'all think the internet facilitates a lot of that illusion
Oh
of
yeah,
what people have and have not?
what?
Big time.
Oh yeah. you know, it's funny he brought up T.I. and Tiny, and on my Facebook I had made a post
Mhm.
about, you know, in my personal opinion, a husband shouldn't pay 100% of the bills.
Mhm.
I don't agree with that. And you know, the woman she posted a video and tagged me in it where T.I. was saying that no matter how much money Tiny make, he pays all the bills.
Mm.
And I told her, I say, that's where you want to go, T.I. and Tiny? That's the relationship you want to use when we talking about not I said, I don't think they're the ones you really want to put on the pedestal when
Right.
you're talking about marriage and
Relation.
bill paying. It's not them two.
Yeah.
But
Not
even
that too.
with social media, I'm seeing that Candy and her husband is now getting a divorce. I think social media allows regular average people to desire lifestyles and things that they'll never be able to have.
Right.
Lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Man, I had a lady today in the parking lot. I was talking to, and she was I was giving her a compliment on her truck. She had a Bronco, and she's like, "Yeah, I just divorced my husband." So I'm like, "You 67?" I was like, "Man, good luck."
He said what?
She was 67, and she was proud. She like, divorced my husband and bought me a new truck. I just shook my head
Oh,
like,
wow. Wow.
You know,
67?
you
"Bro,
So
know,
you see,
Oprah
she gave
promoting that,
it an extra piece of information.
hey, bro, hey, man, I ain't buying what you selling. I'm good."
and that's what Oprah is promoting right now. Oprah is online now, and
Mhm.
one of her first episodes online was older women divorcing their husbands.
Wow.
And
Oprah the devil, man.
yep, Oprah
Oprah
is
is
the
down.
devil.
Allegedly.
Oprah is down.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
the one of the biggest tools in a white man's army.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think
And
that's the devil's army. That ain't the white man's army.
man, she want to give you one of those cars, man. She want to give you one of those cars on a giveaway, bro.
man, yeah, until you figure out you got to pay the taxes on it,
Yeah.
Right.
you
You know,
know.
I never. That's always been about. That's always been stupid to me.
Right? Yeah, somebody
Yep,
give you something, you gotta pay taxes on it, man. Hey, just keep it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, why
and
they
they
can't pay the tax? It always just a gift. Especially something big like a car.
They
And if
call,
I could pay the taxes on something that big, I might have at least me a little hoopty already.
hey,
Right.
man,
so they give it to you. You say, man, y'all can go ahead and keep it down there until I get the money for the taxes, man. Y'all.
Yeah.
y'all y'all ready to go back to the video?
Yeah. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's about the video. So the dude said in the video that our fathers went for this stuff, and we, the young men, we stand there, we're not going for it. But I don't have no record of all the stuff I've observed before the '60s. The men wasn't having that much problems out there women like that.
Nah.
So he talking about our fathers went for it. That's y'all. I don't think it was their fathers.
Right. I don't think it was their fathers either.
No, because the women were cooperating in the 20s and 30s. I mean, the best a woman can cooperate, you know.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, but the
you could
sisters
actually
of
get
today
more.
say
Huh?
the sisters of today was saying that the only reason why they was cooperating because the men was beating the hell out of them and was tying them down and wouldn't let them leave. That's
You know
what
Nah.
the
what?
sisters
You know
say.
what? You know what? That might be true.
Yeah, I wasn't back there, so I don't know.
Yeah,
But then,
Right.
but what does that say? Would that say something about him or say something about them?
What's that?
yep.
Well, does that say something about him or does it say something about the women? You know, the
Well,
fact that that's the only reason they ain't left. You
mm.
know, because they couldn't leave. So
Well,
you
I
mean to tell
mean,
me for centuries y'all been trying to not be with men, not have a family life? Who y'all think is quicker to break up the family, the man or the woman?
Oh, definitely
Oh,
a
the
woman.
woman for sure. She's incentivized to, honestly.
Man, you close the
No,
cabinet.
no. We're not. No, I ain't gonna let you do that. I'm not. I ain't talking about no incentivized by outside force. I'm just talking about who more likely.
The woman.
That's it. Without incentives.
The woman, bro. Come on, doc.
The woman. Yeah, the woman.
So what does that tell you? Is that selfish? Where even the kids got to suffer, knowing the kids gonna suffer. Is that a selfish thing, or is it just the world was just that bad? Her world was just that bad. Which one is it?
Man, I really don't know. Like,
I don't know.
the more I've tried to understand women, the more I found that I don't know nothing about them. So I quit trying to understand and just get in where I fit in.
He said he just complied, man.
No, that's what I don't. I don't comply. It just when it starts to get where I can't deal with it, I'm out. I'm done with complying. That's over with. It's just like, all right, well, nice knowing you.
Right.
Because the more you comply, the more you die. You die a little bit every day.
So, what do you think about? You said that you don't believe in men paying 100% of the bills. So, what do you think about in early childhood for your children, for her to be 100% at home, housewife, to your kids school age?
Oh,
well, that's temporary.
That's fine. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
that's a temporary. That's a temporary process.
But
what about you? Okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's okay.
But that's temporary.
Feel like a woman should ask for much more than that. I mean, like,
that should be a given though. If a kid born, hey man, I'd rather my lady be at home.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot of men. But there's not a lot of men saying that. They waiting for her to. Hey, you ready to take that baby daycare? You ready to go to work? You need a good job.
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah, once a kid old enough to go to school, then she got to go back to work.
In my school, I'm talking about. Kids go to daycare as infants. They ain't even walking yet.
No.
They need to at least be old enough to talk.
I want my kid doing it as an infant.
Yeah.
They really need to be old enough to tell.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because I've had incidents with my child where he was too small to tell what was going on.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
Cool.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that part is good, but I'm talking about over the whole span of the relationship, she don't work. Hell,
right.
But I think we need to clarify that when we had this discussion with women. You know what I mean?
When kids are involved, it changes the dynamic.
Because that brings reasonability from our end, and then we give them opportunity to see they're gonna be reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, more than likely they ain't, but
but because you got to do we talking about the shop the other day. I was trying to do the video, and then it was like one of them little gold digger type videos, and so a dude was like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" And then, "What's your name?" She said, "Cash App." You know what I'm saying? So the next day, I was showing this young guy come in the shop, and he was telling the dude that he trying to hide this chick, and she was talking about her Cash App. And I said, man, we just talking about that. They're showing that video. So they saying that they out here like that.
Hey, boy, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, the thing about that is, though, I mean, if she coming at me with that energy, what am I getting for it? Okay, if because maybe it's cheaper to hit that Cash App to hit that gap than to go out on 3, 4, 5, 6 dates. If she's saying hitting that Cash App gonna get you straight to where you trying to go, $150, $120, that's cheaper than a date. So either you're gonna hit that Cash App or you're gonna waste your time taking her home 5, 6, 7, 8 dates, and then she ain't even interested in you no more. So In my opinion, all right, cool.
Hey, and look at the comments. My homeboy said, "I tell her just said it to you." That's what you just said to him.
Just sell it to me.
Yeah,
It does make it a lot. It does make it a lot easier.
it may make it a lot easier.
And that's what you. I mean, like you, but you presented it that way. So
Hey,
Amen.
that's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's better just to pay it the whole, or at least you know what you're dealing with. You
this
know what I'm
other
Right.
saying?
dude, the other dude was in the shop. He saying he run across that on the internet. What they call it, internet dating, right? And
Yeah.
he said, man, these girls over. He said, dudes out there just sending cash apps, and they even met these chicks. And he said, then they get ghosted. They don't hear from them cat. They don't hear from the chick no more. And he
Well,
said he thought about setting him up a fake account and get cash outs from these dudes.
so that's what they do. Like,
Yeah.
they got websites like Backpage.
Mhm.
And that's what some dudes do. They set up a profile on there, and they say, hey, they'll build a profile of a real pretty woman.
A
They'll
video of
set her,
woman.
yeah, and they'll set the price low, and
Yeah.
then they say, well, hey, I'll come over. I'll do an alcohol for $100. That's a good deal. So then she'll be like, all you need to do is cash out me $20 for deposit and gas, and I'll come. But the whole time it's a dude running that page.
Yeah, he said that. He said a girl got him for $27. And I
Yeah.
said, shoot. And I said, shoot, I said that was
Uh,
probably a dude already doing what you talking about doing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's,
He said it
you
might
get
be.
20 of those a day.
wow.
Get $20 a day. Yep.
But what'll happen is
Mhm.
Cash App will flag your card.
Amen.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can have them problems, man.
Yeah, Cash App
That's
will flag your
crazy.
card after a while. So then they'll be like Zelle. I know about all them little tricks. Hey, I think all y'all married up there, right?
Yeah.
Right,
Not me.
you
Right
married.
now.
I ain't married yet.
Oh, okay. Shoot, yeah. So y'all married, man. Y'all safe. Shoot, man. I be having, man. You got to learn about this singles game. It's another thing about them dating apps. Say you be on a date now, right? You meet a cool chick and you texting her back and forth. I learned this from an NBA player. You texting her back and forth. Next thing you know, send me a picture. Now you send her a picture. And y'all been talking nasty. Guess what? It's a teenager. You fucked.
Oh
And
man.
now it's an extortion. Hey, if you don't send me this money, I'm gonna report you for soliciting a minor.
Right.
That's wild.
So yeah, it could be that, or it could be like a transgender or something like that, or a gay dude, and
Right.
that's all about for extortion. That's why on them dating apps and stuff, you need to, before you have any kind of pictures exchange, explicit conversations, any of that, we need to FaceTime or meet in person. If not, you can get
Right.
extorted.
Society gonna have to go back to it, man. Go back to the old school and meet people in person. Get off this internet.
Yeah,
Hey, who your
Crazy.
people? If I ain't meet them through my people, I'm good, dog.
yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You want to pull up on person and check
Yeah.
IDs.
Check
And check the
IDs,
pants. You gotta check the pants and IDs nowadays.
Nah, man.
birth certificate.
Take me to
They can
that drunk
change
uncle.
their IDs.
Hey, take me to that drunk uncle.
First, let me see your ID. Okay, you old enough now. Pull your pants down, see, so I can make sure you're real.
Nah, they getting that worked out these days. Take me to that drunk uncle that nobody in the family like. I'm gonna buy him whatever he want. He gonna tell you. I
You gonna
promise.
tell everything.
Hey, what you want? Michelob, what you buy? I got you. Uncle will tell the truth, man. Uncle gonna say, hey, boy, hey, back in the day, I remember Steve used to be, you know what I mean? I don't want to get us in no trouble or nothing.
Definitely used to be Steve, huh?
Hey, boy, look, man, you gotta be
Say,
careful, boy. Especially in Atlanta. Man, hey, boy, you better tie your shoestrings, boy, for real. Got the alibi.
but
They doing all that, boy.
All right.
but
Y'all want to finish the video?
okay,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Go ahead.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get back up to the video.
Now, this
say. Most pernicious myth is the myth of the black matriarch.
It was not like
The black woman has not been a matriarch in the sense that it has been defined thus far. And thank God research, and I hope black research is being done now to reverse that kind of thing. In fact, the black woman has been a woman at the head of a household, not by choice, but by necessity. And more often, that's right, and more often than not, she is not a strong, matriarchal, aggressive, domineering figure. She is a woman in search of a man. But this story has not been told.
the prejudiced society created what we have now. So that's what we were. Okay, we have a revolution going on. Well, what part of the revolution?
We're in an evolution. I think the revolution is yet to come.
Yeah, it's the well, this thing
we
will
keep
say.
tossing the word revolution around lightly.
It's extremely important for black history and culture to be transmitted from generation to generation. And the best way, the most effective way that this has always been done is through the family, acting as the primary unit of social organization. And I think one reason why it has not been done with black people is because of the destruction done to our family life. So this certainly has to be one function of the black marriage, to begin to reemphasize and to pick up the thread of Afro-American history and culture that has been left off generations ago when Africans were bought, sold into slavery, when the family unit was purposely destroyed.
Most middle-class homes, quote middle-class homes, like I don't even get caught up in that bag, you go into will have some copy of anybody, any white artist, I don't even have to name anybody, instead of the works of black artists. I think it starts, especially that identity part, the books, the kinds of books. All of these things start in the home rather than complaining about them being in the schools at this point.
Unless we're absolutely certain of how that teacher is handling them, then we may have to assume that whole responsibility. We may have to pull them out of school ourselves, and do all the educating ourselves.
Say, for instance, when they say to my child to draw, last year Rhonda painted Abraham Lincoln Brown and she was put in the corner, We had to go up to the school and deal with that. They must be respectable to their peers in school. And what we do, we handle that. We don't say, you jump up, you curse that teacher out, or you say it doesn't exist. But they see us at that school knocking on the door. You have to be in there. Either we're going to control, their minds here, or at least give them the choice.
A lot of this is new to us, and a lot of these things we're grappling with, and we don't want to give anybody the impression that we have the answer to everything.
Not only that, though, let me cut you off again. People go around talking about hate. We really don't have time to hate because, it goofs up the bag. We're loving ourselves. Mm-hmm. This might bring around a lot of other different things.
To be black means to love. It's got nothing to do with having to hate anybody.
It does determine, though, Francis, and has nothing to do with hate again. It's love. That we might have to do certain things to protect that love.
It may bring us into conflict with somebody.
Necessary to protect that love.
Finally, I asked Francis about the standards of today's black man as compared with those of 20 years ago.
Standards which white society had projected. I think these standards were that he had to become successful according to the white mode. He had to get a good job, he had to buy a good car, he had to move to the suburbs, he had to rear a good family that went to church every Sunday, that did everything that the typical good American family was supposed to do. And I don't think the black man necessarily is addicted to that notion. I think he sees the falsity of it. I think he sees the total hypocrisy of it. I think he wants to rear a tightly knit family, but not for the purposes that white society says. He doesn't want to rear a family for any sham purposes, just to fulfill some false ethic. But he wants to rear a good family in order to have his children strong, reared in his own image perhaps, and to transmit, most importantly, to transmit the values which he is learning to his children, and to try to ensure as best he can that his children will transmit those same values to their children, and have the same transmission repeated from generation to generation.
Okay. So what year was it that we had 75% marriage rate?
What year?
Yeah, like
I don't know.
30s, 30s, 40s, or 50s? What? Because
I'm not sure.
it looks like all this stuff started going wrong in the
I'm gonna look
60s.
real quick.
Uh-huh. And you added something interesting. You said that women saying the only reason the divorce rate lasted that long is because Sean, are you saying something?
1967.
No.
Oh, you were saying the only reason the divorce rate lasted that long because the women saying they were getting beat and forced to stay in a relationship.
What did you find any numbers? Anybody find any numbers?
1967
1967 for what?
was the year that they had 75% marriage rate, and 1970 they had 76% marriage rate.
So the 60s, early 70s.
Yeah,
Okay, so the 60s is when it started going down. What was it in the 80s?
80s is when it started going down.
I think everything started in the 60s with the feminist movement and the
1980
welfare.
it was 10.
Well, you got to think about it: welfare and feminist movement. Those are
What'd you
both
say, right?
1980s it was 10.
10,
10 what?
what? 10 what?
10%.
Oh,
10%.
wow.
Are you saying
Marriage
marriage rate
rate?
or divorce rate? That can't be right.
No, it was 60%. Hold on. Let's
The
see.
marriage rate?
1980 it dropped over 36%, so it was around like 40%.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah, because we down to 25% now. I mean, yeah, we down to
That's about
25%.
right. That sounds about right. 40. What did you say? It went from in the 70s. The 70 went from 76% to 1980, 40. What percent?
It was like
46%.
43, something like that.
43%.
46.
Wow.
That's a crazy drop.
Wow.
And see, so basically, that's a consequence of it's two things that happen between then. You know, the implementation of the welfare programs and the uh, what I say a while ago, feminist movement.
I, I,
And,
Man,
I think I, I,
and crack
I
cocaine.
think I,
And
I
crack
think
cocaine
the
in
big
the 80s.
huh?
And crack cocaine in the 80s.
Well, I think the big thing. Well, that didn't come into the late 80s, but I think the big thing was the incentivizing um, um, assistance, government dependency. You know,
Marriage rate is
when did they start? When did because a lot of that stuff started under Nixon when he did the war on drug thing. I mean, they got ways to systematic isolate a group of people that they're trying to isolate and to ostracize out of society. Our
Yeah,
government has the
like
tools, the financial power to do those things.
but like you said, before the crack got there, the everything that happened in the 60s, it took them less than 20 years to drop that divorce rate by 36%. I mean that marriage
Right,
rate. To drop
right.
that marriage rate by
well,
36%.
They start incentivizing, like you said, the welfare process and all those type of things. Section 8 welfare, whatever they want to call it, whatever fancy lingo they want to, implement language.
so right now, um, the Asian has the highest percentage than white people. Then man, we're at the bottom, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's no surprise there.
Yeah,
You
for
see
sure.
it. You see it every day.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
man, Dr.
We
Claude
don't
Anderson
value
say,
we don't value um, the nuclear family anymore. You know, you got people teaching um, one another, and we're teaching one another to They're teaching their kids, their daughters. They're teaching their daughters to focus on education so they can take care of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be thinking about no man. They don't. You make sure you ain't ever got to depend on a man. I had a 63-year-old in the barbershop yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
She was telling us she got an education. She's divorced, and she was telling us that her mom had always told her, you know, so you make sure. So you want to be like me. You make sure you won't need nothing from no man, and you can take care of yourself. So when you go to school, you get this career, you this and that. She's 63, so you got to think about it. If she's 63, they were telling her that in the early 80s, late 70s.
I was telling her that in the 70s.
She could have been telling her that in the 60s when she was little, depending on how what age she started telling her that.
Right.
So that at least in the 70s.
Yeah, in the 70s, she was being taught. You know what I'm saying?
It was a
that
video.
mindset.
It was a video you sent me, and I don't know if we watched it last week or not. But what do women think? This is what we wanted. Let me see if I can play it. Let me see if I can play this video.
Yeah. Wait, did we look at that last week? We did that last week, didn't we?
We played this one last week.
Sean.
Let me see it.
That's that actor. What's her name?
Oh, that's God dog.
Oh yeah. We played that. Yeah, we played that. Yeah, we played that. Yeah.
You want to touch on that again?
Yeah, play it real quick because I didn't see it.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Sick of men telling me, oh, well, you hardcore. Yes, I am.
Can you handle it?
Oh, well, what you bringing to the table? I am the table. I don't understand why you wouldn't want a woman like me. I am successful. I'm rich. I can fight.
So, you seen
The
it,
women-
you heard it, now I'm about to drop the verdict. Look at that face.
What's that? The women what?
The problem with
Are you scared? Did you clutch your pearls just a little bit? I know I did.
You're watching these women on social media. The problem with a lot of women is they don't believe us when we tell them what we don't want and what we want. Because it's like they don't know what we want, but we tell them and they don't believe us. What makes her think we want the things that she just displayed and that she just presented?
Nah.
What make her think a man worth his weight in gold or worth his weight in salt will want that?
but you know one thing. One time I was dating this girl and she was about to get her hair done. So I was like, "Man, get it in the bob. I like the bob." She came home with some hairstyle, bro. Man, I hit my watch like Denzel on Equalizer. Like, boy, it's a chicken time bomb at this point, boy. I tell you what I like, but okay.
Right.
It's like they totally disregard what men want.
Yeah.
She talking about what she said. She got a good job, a good career. She said she can fight. Who we supposed to be fighting? We supposed to be fighting.
Man, look, bro. Look, Doc. As a man, and y'all agree, if y'all don't, it's cool. Bro, we'll date the girl that mopped the floor at Burger King. Bro, if she put us in a place mentally where we like, yo, we cool. Bro, she ain't gotta look the best.
Right.
If she just tap into our inner self, bro.
Yeah, because she's gonna be a better woman.
Well, I mean, even if you just close your eyes and not even look at her and just listen to it, just close your eyes and listen to it, it's gonna turn you off.
You can pick about it. You can pick them. You can pick them with your eyes closed. That's what they don't
Yeah.
understand. And all that we just heard, you've been like, you tell her to go to the left, she can go over there.
To the left, to the left. But you know, they do know what we want. They just don't give a fuck. Because they'll tell you, I ain't gonna do what them white girls do. I'm not gonna do that. So if y'all want all of that, y'all go over there, cause I ain't gonna do it.
Then they get mad when you go over there.
Then they get mad when you go. They tell you to go over there because they not gonna do what they know you want them to do. But it's like, who trained black women to feel like they need to challenge us the way that they do? Like they think like it's a badge of honor to challenge us instead of saying, "Hey, babe, you know you a hardworking man. You providing for the house. You a good father. How can I be of assistance to you? How can I love you better?" It's not that. It's the opposite. Whereas you get, and they gonna get mad, but I don't give a fuck. You get any other race of woman, because I know your boy ain't on here today, but I rock with the passport bros. Yeah, I rock with the passport bros. And you know what the women say in other countries about black men? Yeah, they like us. The ones that genuinely like us, they like us because we are happy to get the bare minimum. We are happy to get the bare minimum. All they got to do is cook, be nice, clean up, and be in shape. And they say we are the nicest men out of all, pretty much all the other race of men. We're the nicest, and it's because we have been trained to accept the bare minimum and know ain't shit we can do about it.
Man, you about to open
I
up.
don't have women tell me I don't deal with a man that can't cook. You know, I had a woman tell me, you work out too much, and most men that go to the gym a lot and try to stay in shape, y'all are conceited. And I'm not gonna put up with that. I don't want a man that's always in the gym. Huh?
But if you's a slob, she gonna have something to say about that.
Right. That's crazy.
Man, I think our tolerance level is a little higher than other people. You know what I mean? Because we'll deal with it a little bit more.
Like you said, we've been conditioned.
Yeah.
Because especially when I'm trying to be careful. Can't say what I'm gonna say. They just say before the feminist movement, they didn't have this problem to this degree anyway.
But why didn't they? Like, what was the difference?
Okay, you know, like you said, overseas, they're saying that we're the nicest men. You know what I'm saying? We've been conditioned that way. We open the doors. We open the doors to get conditioned.
Mm-hmm.
So over time, for the past 60 years, we've been getting conditioned.
Mm.
Yeah.
Man, look,
the Arab man ain't gonna put up with it.
Man, I left a $5 square foot house, but just cause my peace meant more to me. He's like, you gonna walk away? Man, look, man, y'all can have all this, boy. I'm good. I ain't trying to put myself in no early grave stressing about this, man.
How many Congress women they got in those countries that where the passport bros at? They be going to?
Probably zero.
None. And they I don't see women. Some women look at it as misogyny when we say women need to stay in a woman's place. But what some women don't understand, a woman being in her place gives her the protection and the provision that she says she wants.
Right.
And that's what they don't understand. They say men are protectors and providers. The only way we can protect and provide for you properly is if you get in your place. And we're not trying to be dictators. We're not trying to make you a slave. But most of us only going to protect and provide for what we own and what we have an interest in. Other than that, you're on your own.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
they don't realize that anytime something's out of order,
Yep.
there's going to be a negative consequence. If something's out of place, whether it be the stars, the moon,
Right.
or whatever, there's going to be a negative consequence. And that's what they don't understand. It ain't about being misogynistic, and they always abuse that word, misuse it,
Mhm.
throw it around, you know. And it ain't about that. It's about things and being in proper order.
You know what? Earlier, I was at the I stopped by. It's a salon by a building, and a bunch of women, a bunch of men. I said, if a guy say he want to be the next LeBron, and that chick ain't at least passing on the ball for him to get his shots, I said, boy, y'all in trouble. I ain't saying she gotta go buy a basketball, just pass it to him. Hey, man, I think you the best. Just that little bit of support will load us into some places that it gives us, what we need. But if I'm out here hooping by myself and I make it, it's like, man, you didn't come to my practices. You didn't support me.
And that's like y'all see where they done jumped online the other day about they're coming after these Indiana Pacer players. Y'all see
Mm-hmm.
that? That they saying that Indiana Pacers had some deal going for players where they was able to bring their women, okay,
Mm-hmm.
like a function or something. So they filming all of them walking out, and so these black women jumped online saying, "Hey, why y'all? Every last one of y'all got a white woman, or a non-black woman, you know." So they go back to what you were saying about what y'all was saying earlier. He was saying that like I ain't gonna do like them white women. You can go get your one. You can go on over there. Then you go over there, y'all online complaining.
I think for me, man, I don't have anything against anybody else's race. I prefer to, stay within the confinements of my race. Um, Man, it's just I think we lack the understanding of the pressure, man. It's more pressure on the black man than any other race of man on planet Earth, man. We don't need
Is
more
that
pressure on
pressure? Where is that pressure coming from, though?
Man, come on, you know where it's coming from, man.
What? Say it.
Big Mama, boy. Hey, boy, look.
Huh?
That's where you get extra gray hairs at, man. We know, we know where it's coming from. But I ain't gonna say it's just them. It's coming from the programming that was been programmed into the minds of. I can't put it fully on them. It's based on what they've been hearing. Just like with us. Our grandfathers told us, hey man, do this. Or if you don't do this, this outcome you're gonna get. And they 100% were true. You know what I mean? At least from my grandfather, he told
But
me that.
I was thinking about the other day. The majority, I think the majority of the stuff that men and women fight over, especially in the black community, and the stuff they break their relationships up with, their marriages up with, is trivial. When you
Yeah.
get, it's the smallest stuff, bro, and they take black people like to major in minor things. If that makes sense, they'll take the smallest thing and turn it into a big problem. Blow it up. Emotions. They make a big issue out of something that was trivial, and it just continue, and it just snowballs and leads to breaking up, divorce, physical violence. And when you go to really find out what was going on, it'd be some stuff, small trivial stuff that ain't even worth even the energy they put into it, or especially destroying a family. You know what I mean? Or even a relationship.
Well, you also sent me a video about fathers and the importance of fathers. Now, I want to play this video right quick. Hold on one second.
People off, and I know why. Go ahead and follow this page because I'm about to break something down. Black fathers like Deion Sanders, LeVar Ball, and even LeBron James are often resented by sports organizations, sports media, and also people who give endorsement deals. And here's why. They hated Deion Sanders because he was so good and they couldn't do anything about it. For LeVar Ball, they hated his pride in his sons. They saw that as arrogance instead of seeing it as support. And now LeBron James, they hate him because they believe he paved a way for Bronny that Bronny didn't deserve. But let's get beyond the personality conflicts and talk about what's really at stake here and what's really going on. People don't like black fathers being involved because they know when a black father is involved, you can't take advantage of their son or their child like you could if the black father wasn't involved. You can't give them the slave deal. You can't misrepresent them. You can't steal from them because their father has already been around that block twice. So now the real issue as to why you don't like black fathers being involved, because it takes away your power. And to that I say, for every black player who has ever been misrepresented and robbed, I love Bronny James in the NBA. I love it for him and I love it for us. For all the hate that Shedeur Sanders is getting because of his father and not because of anything that he has actually done, I love what he was able to do in playing the Raiders. You can't deny his talent. To the black fathers out there, I say, stay involved in your kids' lives, whether they play sports or if they don't, whether they're boys or they're girls, whether they came by accident or intended. You guys make a difference. Show up and be present. All right, y'all, that's one to grow on. Let me know what you think. Want to build?
Sean?
Well,
Huh?
What do you think, Sean?
she was
I
speaking.
don't, of course, I don't totally agree with it.
Well, what
I
you think?
mean, I don't totally agree with it because, I mean, I'm allowed this. First of all, why are you continuously having black kids, since we're talking about black kids and black fathers, trying to be integrated into a group of people with a program or these organizations that don't like black people? But you got a million black kids right now today that are being trained and taught to go and be in those organizations. And to compare sports to slavery and all of that, that's just crazy to me.
Right.
Because it's a private, they're private owned organization. They're not public owned organizations. And if you don't like it, quit trying to be a part of it. And right now, today, I guarantee you saw somebody of color with a football, basketball, baseball jersey, hat, or something, some form of memorabilia on today. You see that today, and you're going to see it tomorrow.
Right. For sure.
Some person of color, and I get and I talked about Colin Kaepernick earlier today. You can't use my platform to move your agenda. It's my platform.
Right.
I own this. It's my private platform. I don't care if you don't like the way police treat. This is my private platform. And then I thought he sold out because you won the case with the NFL, but you took the money instead of going forward. And then by doing that, you took an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, where you can't even talk about what happened.
Right.
So you sold out for the money. And then after you sold out for the money, you called them slave masters and all that. You begged and tried to get back into the league. Make that make sense to me.
Right.
That don't make sense to me. Why are you fighting so hard to get back into this league that you said that don't like black people? You took an NDA, a non-disclosure agreement, where you can't talk about, evidently something was wrong because they paid you. But now you can't openly discuss it because you took the bag. And so now you can't expose what happened in those behind doors, closed doors meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And let me get this straight. I'm gonna ask all three of y'all. Somebody sue you, your organization, and you pay them. Are you gonna let them back into your organization?
Oh nah.
No, nobody's gonna do that.
Nah, they messed up the church's money, bro.
You're not gonna let this person back into your organization after you sue me and I pay you. Nobody's gonna do that. So I think Colin Kaepernick, I fell off with Colin Kaepernick when he took the money and then he signed the agreement where he can't discuss it. So you sold out for the money, brother. That's my take on it.
Hmm. Well, I think. Go ahead, Wright. What you think?
Well, for my take, I do support the Black fathers being there for the athletes, right? Because I did the
Right.
same. You know what I'm saying? And they don't like that they got a representative there because, Pop's gonna check it. My son when he went to his visit with Alabama, Ole Miss, and the school, man, I'm checking our itinerary, man. What part of who we need to talk to? What coach invited you here? You know what I'm saying? And when people try to pull that wool over your head, they hate that. Man, he got somebody with him, man. We can't just say what we want to say. Nah, talk to me. You're a kid. You're a minor. Talk
But
to me.
but the thing is, even like with Dion,
Mm-hmm.
it was all HBCU. As soon as
Yeah.
the money came, he left HBCU, and the black people left the HBCU with him.
Right.
You don't see 5-star kids consistently going to these HBCUs.
Nah, I ain't
But
seen.
we'll talk about the white man. Well, go to some of you fathers. Why don't you all or these father figures, whatever the case may be, they're not promoting them to go to the HBCU. They're not proponents for going to HBCUs. Why? Because it doesn't carry the same weight as that white institution does.
Mm-hmm.
That PWI, the predominantly white institution. They don't carry those black institutions don't carry the same way. We're not willing to be uncomfortable. Even those fathers in these kids' lives, they're chasing the bag. Let's be realistically, they're chasing the bag for their kid to get them in the white man's good graces. Period.
Mm-hmm.
Everything they do is predicated to playing in the white man's organization. So we say. So
So they come with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's making a stance. Not that everything that they do is to be looked at, and either those fathers to have their kids looked at by a white-driven organization. And black people, you talk about the NFL or whatever the case may be. We are still financially funding a lot of these organizations through our being fans of these organizations.
Right.
So
Well,
Go ahead, Corey.
when Dion was in Jackson State, I think his issue was with them mismanaging the funds, and what a lot of black coaches came out even after Dion at HBCUs and said Dion was absolutely correct. They're bringing in the money, but they're not distributing the money correctly with the sports and the other the other parts of the college. And what Dion was saying, and other coaches said too, at the HBCUs, we're bringing in the money, but y'all not fixing the facilities. Dion had to come out of his pockets millions of dollars while he was there just to sometimes pay for the kids to have showers, food, baths, places
You know
to
what?
stay, and
But
all kind of that.
they don't have a system.
But every game, while he was there, the stadium was full. And one big lie a lot of people tell too was that them celebrities wasn't there. Them celebrities was there too when he was in Jackson State. The
see,
thing is,
tickets ain't cheap either.
yeah, the
but
thing
everybody ain't
is
buying
that
tickets.
That ticket's just as high as an NFL ticket. A lot of
Man,
times.
look, when you got Mike at the gate and he know me and he let me slide and he let 30 more people slide, them 30 tickets. Or the person who count the money ain't got no
Cash.
numbers. Man, come on, man. And they go home with about 5,000 on top of that little paycheck they made. When you
yeah,
don't have a
but
system, that happens.
and I remember going out to Jackson State because I had a niece that went out there. I done been all over the world. I done been in some real third world countries. And when I got to Jackson State by that college, I thought I was back in a third world country. It looked like literally everybody just picked up and left around 1950 and everything just stayed the way it was. I'm talking about buildings sitting on bricks. Stuff looked like it was been halfway burnt down.
You talking about
Since
Mississippi?
Yeah, Jackson, over there by the college. I
Jackson,
was like,
Mississippi.
Hey, man,
what kind of mess is this? Raw sewage in the street. I thought I was back in a third world country.
Hey, you better have some good tires, boy, because the road got potholes like the moon, boy.
So this brings
Yeah,
me
what's up,
to
Michaela?
Hey, my clicker's choosing when and when it don't want to work. Can you open the garage, please?
Okay.
But yeah, man.
the cool reviews. This brings us to that next video.
Okay. Which was the which one? Which was the next video?
The one I sent you today about the black people giving black people 15% of the state so they can have their own Black America.
I think let me see. Let me see if I can pull that up right quick.
The most recent one I said sent to you.
Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Let me go to the other screen. All right. Yeah, you be sending me so many videos. I'll be like, shoot. Let me pull them up. There we go.
Turn it over to black people and call it Black America.
But we still have to look at a solution of how do you pull yourself out of that. I think black people need to maybe work together.
You know what the solution is?
What's that?
Real simple. The United States has 50 states, right?
Yeah.
Black people are 15% of the population, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take 15% of the land mass of the United States, turn it over to black people and call it Black America. Let them establish a government, get the CIA out of our neighborhoods, and we'll migrate the hell up out of here, give you every beautiful city, and we'll go build an empire like you've never seen before.
Yeah, see, I'm not opposed to
Solution,
that.
problem solved. Take 15% of the land mass of the United States, turn it over to black people and call it Black.
Who want to go first?
Boy, hey, man. I can't, boy, look, Lord God, thank you, boy. Look, boy. I'm gonna let y'all go because I don't know who this cat is, man. That's probably one of the most stupidest things I've ever heard in my life.
Well, we can kind of liken it to the HBCU that he just described. Which how you think it's gonna turn out if they do that?
Man, but hey, bro, you gotta give me a second on this one, bro, because I ain't never heard no foolishness like that before.
I don't think that'll work.
Oh man, Lord.
Nah, I ain't feeling that either.
Chicago is mostly black. Atlanta is mostly black. Houston.
Jackson, Mississippi is 80%.
Y'all gotta make y'all mind up. Y'all want the white folks to leave y'all alone or not?
Dog, listen
Jackson,
to me.
Mississippi is 80% black, ain't it? But go ahead, right?
Man, look, bro. He said, I just want to repeat what he said. He said, give 15% of the land mass to black people.
And we'll call it Black America. And we'll say own government.
The mercy, boy. Boy, listen to me, man. Oh, boy. I don't know what to say, boy. That's probably one of the. I'm speechless.
You know what? He ain't by himself. I heard something similar to that before.
Who gonna run it?
These people really believe. I mean, like, these people believe that, man. But that what's the name would have went for that? Farrakhan them. Farrakhan them he's talking
Yeah,
like that.
I can see that.
You know.
Who's gonna run the show? If
Well,
we
I
can,
shot that video to my partner earlier, Earl, and he said, you know, you're gonna have to unalive about 35% of them.
35.
You have to unalive more than that. Like that's what Claude Anderson
More than
said.
that.
You're gonna have to unalive a lot of people.
Man, to get a governed compliant group of people amongst our people together. Oh man, right? Like, man, I got chills on my skin. I've never heard nothing like that before, man.
Yeah, I mean, I heard him throw it around over the years.
I don't see it working, right?
Like I said, like
Just because
the Nation of Islam space, you know, stuff like that.
man, look, reason it wouldn't work there because you got the Muslims and the Christians wouldn't know how to unite because they don't understand each other as well. I'm not saying they don't understand each other. It's some of the defiant.
We've let religion divide us easily.
Right, for sure. Man, that's 15%. That's tough, bro. I've never heard that one, man. I would pray that we could do it, but just knowing
we easily divided. You know, gangs, religion, gender. Because the women gonna want to run
it. we would have to really.
They're gonna be fighting us, or they gonna have a woman president.
We would really have to practice ethno aggregation, and we would also have to actually have rules, guidelines, and it would have to be strict. We would have to produce and manufacture pretty much everything we need. Also, we would have to, in the bylaws, if it's going to be black only,
we have to have trade agreements with America.
Man, this will be the thing.
White America.
Look, you those same crimes you commit in America, you commit in Black America. It ain't no jury, it ain't no trial. You commit.
Are we gonna protect our borders?
Man, look, you commit armed robbery, you going from here to the gas chamber. Ain't no in between 20. You going immediate.
And that's how it is in a lot of other countries. That's why I can go to Thailand, bro. I'm in Thailand. I'm in the mall. One of the people dropped about $100 on the ground. And we just standing around talking. I'm talking to one of the ladies that own one of the stores in there. And nobody picked that money up. Like, they don't, for the most part, their crime is less than 10% because the penalty is severe.
Hey, you want to go ahead?
But have you ever been to the casino like in Vegas? Have anybody ever been to the casino? They'll walk off from the crap table and leave their chips sitting right there on the table, and won't nobody think about touching those chips. They'll walk off and leave their chips sitting at the crap table to go to the bathroom, to use the phone, go get a drink, get a hamburger, whatever, and nobody's gonna. It was. I was amazed when the first time I seen it, but like you say, I'm pretty sure those consequences, if you do touch somebody's chip, is going to be severe and swift and immediate.
They gonna take you to the back and whoop on you. Ain't no police. They're gonna whoop you in the back, man.
Then we have our own Black America. Are we allowed to have white wives or Mexican wives? Are we allowed to have rainbow people? All that got to be in the guidelines and the rules. Can I bring my white wife with me? Can I bring my, and that's where we'll start having problems at. It would really just have to be. This is just like the Jewish communities. The Jewish communities, they have their own actual communities where
Right.
only certain things are allowed. And you know the crazy part is that they tell us, especially black men, we can't tell our kids what we want them to be, and we can't try to push them in certain directions.
Mm-hmm.
But the small hat people do. We
Well, they
all
ain't
gonna
gonna
be, yeah. We the only race of people that pretty much are told we can't control our kids.
right.
You know, I was at work yesterday, and there was this young sister that told this brother, and he didn't have no kids. Young brother worked with me. He didn't
Right.
have no kids, and he was saying, "Yeah, you know, at some point I want to get married. I want to have kids because I want to build a legacy." And a legacy. And a black girl said, "What you want to have kids for? Kids ain't no pets. What you need kids for? And what legacy you gonna leave? Some shit? Some toilet paper? What you got to leave a legacy for some kids? You don't even need no kids." And I try to stay out of people conversations, you know, especially at my job, because back in the day I did used to be real militant and real, but I kind of fell back on some of that stuff because I ended up being the one people laughed at instead of trying to really understand what I was saying. They really were just laughing. But in that moment, I had to tell that young brother, "Look, man, don't listen to nothing she say." I said she'll be the woman that end up old with some cats and dogs, and her existence on earth will have never mattered. I said, when you die, you're gonna have two numbers. You're gonna have the year you was born and the year you died, and you're gonna have that dash in the middle. And everything in the middle, that's what you did from when you was born until you died. And if you don't never create a legacy, you don't never build nothing. When you leave nothing, nobody could be at your funeral saying what you've done, what you've created. Then your life was in non-existence. I said, do not let this chick gaslight you in the feeling that you can't have a legacy. I don't care if you end up on fries at McDonald's. You can still leave some type of legacy. And the way some of these sisters talk to these brothers and try to down and demean them, you know, and they're thinking that they don't have anything going for themselves. And this is a cool young brother. Work with me, so he making good money. And the way she talked to him, I was like, don't listen to nothing like that. You know, and it's sad. It seems like we the only race of people that even tell one another not to have kids, not to have legacies, not to build families. Every other race of people, it's about La Familia. It's about the family. It's about the race. Except us. They've done a number on us.
Yeah, that's you know, that's not good advice to give a young man.
Man, you know, luckily, man, I was around some pretty decent brothers, man, and these two brothers and a couple other guys, man. Because I came from a place where most people don't make it out of. But you know, I always tell people, man, I gained more knowledge from a little old barber than the people I grew up with. You know what I mean? And I think that's significant. We got to have things outside our household that can give us juice. You know, when I go out and talk to young guys, I'll be like, "Hey, man, you flipping burgers today, but man, you know, you can put your name on this building in probably about 5 or 10 years. You made the right step now. You know,
Right.
because it's possible, man. You know, when I bought my first pizza restaurant, I didn't wake up. I'm gonna open up a pizza. It just happened, but it was years of conversations with other people that won and lost that gave me that ability. Like, man, you know what? I can actually make it, man. You know what I'm saying? It ain't always about money. It's about relationships and who you know and community and what group you're attached to. You know what I mean? Most times in life, man, you only one person away from being successful, man. One person.
See that kind of stupidity and ignorance that girl at your job was spewing out is what we got to deal with in the community. You see what I'm saying? Just look at the just what's the word I'm looking for? Just that mindset. You know what I mean? Just ignorant for no reason. Just stupid for no reason. You know. She had nothing better to say.
Yeah. How is she a younger lady? Was she probably in her 30s? What's her age range?
That's even worse if she's in her 30s.
Cool reviews. How old is she?
Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Can you hear his cool reviews? I don't know if he can hear us or not.
Yeah, now I had a couple of videos I wanted to play.
What? How old is the young lady who spoke to that young man?
I would say they both around like 25, 26 years old.
Oh
They
yeah.
had been in their 20s talking like that now. Ain't no way. You know, nowadays, yeah, they could be in their 30s talking like that.
You know.
Yeah. I mean, that's understandable.
But I just remember growing up, most people I knew, you know, in their 20s wanted to get married. They wanted to have families. Uh, you know, or they was trying to work towards it.
Well, I mean,
I wanted to be married growing up. All my family was married. Man, when I got old, I said, man, I guess all the people want to be married. Ain't nobody left.
but the thing is, look at what did the number say? The statistics say from 1960 to where did we stop at? What year?
80s.
What decade?
80s.
80s. So we went from 70%, 70 plus percentile in the black community as far as black people get married to the 80s where we dropped to what 42%, 43%,
I think it was 46.
46%. I mean that's a huge drop. And the thing is people will argue those numbers. You know, you got people of color that will argue those numbers. It's like I mean, all I'm doing is giving you the facts, the numbers. The numbers say this. And but it's a lot of it is catered around the conversation that young lady had to that male. I guarantee you right now it's probably less than we stopped at 46% in 80. I guarantee you if you look now, it's probably less than 46% today. I'd be willing to bet it's less than 46%.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas in the Asian community it's probably the high 70, low 80. Where in the white community it's probably
No, it's lower. But it's
Asians
24%
is
in the black community right now.
what's the 80? What's the Asian?
50.
Yeah, they're all low right now.
50. But well, my point is blacks are at the bottom of the list.
Yeah.
This is bottom of
Yeah,
all of it.
they're at the bottom.
But in the 30s and 40s, we were at the top.
Absolutely.
Let me see. Yep, we was at the top.
I can see that. But you know, you see how that pendulum has swung.
Yeah, it went
You know,
down.
we're at the very bottom for household marriages in America of all denominations, of all races.
I told y'all about the Somalians and the Somalians and the other kind of Muslims and stuff over here. They ain't playing no games, bro. You see the videos I've been sending y'all?
Well, what does that have to do with marriage?
Well, you saying we at the bottom? They're going the other direction.
As far as marriage?
Yeah, and they having 2 or 3 and 4 wives.
Well, we can't do that anymore. That's illegal. We're talking about legal.
My whole point is we can get if they can do that, we can get one right.
Right.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but when we talk about marriage and family and stuff like that, you know, I got this video playing, and I don't know if it got sound. Let me see if it got sound. But the video says he waited 45 years to finally enjoy life. Retired at 65, died at 66. Don't repeat this mistake.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
bad.
and the reason why I I got that, that video really touched me because I remember when I first got on in my job, it was just cool. It was this guy at my job. He was an ex-sailor like me, and he put me up on game. Kind of told me how to do my job and stuff like that. And all he wanted was a Cadillac CTS. So all he talk, I'm gonna get my Cadillac CTS when I retire. Dude retired on Saturday, and he died on Sunday.
Wow.
And when I was in the military, I would see things similar to that. And us as men, for the most part, we understand our life is stressful. We spend a lot of our lives putting everybody ahead of us. I think the first time. Oh, go ahead.
I'm gonna interrupt you. Can you put the title? I don't know how to if your app work like that. Can you put the title that you're talking about right now on the bottom on the screen right there or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What title?
Not necessarily the title of the video, but the title of what you talking about right now. Your point here, what you're touching on.
Yeah, I can do that. But it's just like
That help the viewers when they come on. That help them understand what you're talking, where they're coming up, walking into.
Man, I don't mean to cut you off, brother, but I know for me, man, I'm a sympathetic person, man. I call people sometimes, and my brothers here can attest to this, man. I just call sometimes, bro. I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Man, how you living, man? I don't want to talk about no business, but how you living, man? How you feel? You know what I'm saying? That's just because if we don't check on each other and care for each other, bro, I'm not saying women don't do it, right? But a lot of times, man, we be checked out in life, bro. I done seen too many cats bite the bullet, man. Just they like, bro, like, man, it's like our efforts go unknown. You know what I'm saying? That's why I call my guys, man. Just, hey, bro, I appreciate you, man, for small, bro.
That's why that's very common. They say a lot of people die within 5 years of retirement.
Mm-hmm.
It's very common. I think it's something about when a man don't have a purpose anymore. It just the life just exits his body. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see retired people. They either go back to work or they join some type of organization that they can work through that organization. Like do work for that organization. And
but
they have a
even that
purpose.
though. But even that, like at some point, you should be able to just be able to do, like you say, work for organizations or just do whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like it becomes a point in life where you should be able to say, look, you should honestly, I ain't gonna hold you, be selfish. Think about yourself. I've spent my whole life thinking about kids, wife, or whoever. But when do you get a chance to actually focus on just doing something that makes you happy? Because before you know it, it's over. And a lot of men will exit this earth never doing something that benefits them solely. Like women will literally, and I hate taking it back to women, but I'm sorry, they will leave a marriage because they're not happy. A man will stay in a marriage because he'll be unhappy to make sure everybody else is happy.
Yep.
Sometimes I'm starting to believe I don't agree with that, but like using myself for an example, I'm 48 years old. I got my dream car. Uh, I travel. I do things that I want to do. And like we was having in our first conversation, where it was me, you, the other guy, and my daughter, and she said, "Dad, you're still sacrificing because you're here until I graduate college." And I'm like, "I can sacrifice and do what I want to do." She was like, "Nah, you still sacrificing because even though you want to leave, you still here. And I was like, yeah, I guess so. You might be right. Y'all had me on that. But it's like we sacrifice for everybody else. But at some point, I just feel like we have to find pockets or places in life where we can just do what we want to do.
I agree with that.
You know, because it seems like if we don't, people will expect us forever to neglect ourselves. It'll just be expected that you're not supposed to be happy. You're not supposed to want for anything.
Man,
and I just don't think that's right.
Man,
Yeah. Go ahead.
I wouldn't enjoy myself, man. I said, man, I went and bought me a Hellcat, right? And a demon, right? And it's like, man, I couldn't even be at peace with that. But it's like, Lord have mercy, man. I do something to keep myself from, going crazy. Because I think for men, I think men deserve one toy. There's something just, just clear our head, get our minds off everything, man. I don't care if it's a boat, car, fishing rod, whatever. Man, you got to have an outlet other than a person. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, with all that toy money you and Sean got over there, it should be no problem.
Now, Sean got a toy.
Have no toy money, broke money. I think for a man's overall, gratification is not necessarily a pat on the back or things of that nature. It's the how do your children feel about you at the end of the day in this lifetime?
That's a good one.
How because I mean, man ain't really looking for pats on the back, but how did you treat your children? How did you treat your significant other? And those are things that because you can achieve all the materialistic success in the world, and you still got people killing themselves.
Oh, definitely.
So you get to. So I don't really at this age. I don't really focus and look at all the materialistic aspect of life at this stage. What do my kids think about me?
Yeah, but what makes you happy though? He ain't just talking about materialism. He's just
Yeah,
saying.
well, that's what makes me that's what makes me happy.
Well, you can't. Bro,
Okay, he said you need to make room for having pockets of that in your life.
Not
You
you.
Everything up and chase that.
Yeah, but
so whenever
don't think of them in a high fashion because a lot of kids are raised in separate households, right? I would love for my son to revere me as, hey, my dad was there for me, which I've always been there for him, right? But we don't know what's been said on the other side with your daughters or your.
Well, it don't matter what's been said on the other side. You really can't take that into accountability because there's gonna be things said on the other side. So you got to look past you'll be so focused on what's said on the other side and lose what's being achieved as far as the things that you are accomplishing. So I don't think it's necessarily okay you can't worry about what's said on the other side. It's gonna be things said on the other side.
Right. I agree.
That's just the nature of it. People gonna find things to deconstruct what you're trying to construct.
Correct.
And at the end of the day, if your family, and I mean and sometimes it don't necessarily mean your mom, but what do your children think about you?
Right.
And that don't mean they're gonna always like you.
Yeah.
Because nobody likes to be told no.
Right.
So I mean, but that's the materialistic aspect of life for me is just I'm just past that. I'm just way past that. Having a whole bunch of stuff.
Right. Now,
but it's not. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad. Go ahead.
Right. Because you got to a place of peace that some people ain't got to yet, right? I know some people that, man, they cherish, they got doggone golf balls. They shine them every day, right?
Yeah.
It's just whatever they use to get to where they going. Because God forbid somebody go in there and mess with the stuff and man, that jump off a roof. You know what I mean?
It's like,
Right.
you know, like my granddad, right? He used to love to get up on the weekends and go cut the grass. Don't step
Right.
on his grass. Don't even look at his grass too hard.
Right.
You know, but that was his peace. It's not
That was
even
his
about
piece.
material things, but his peace was just,
Right.
you knew not to mess with granddaddy, don't not step on his yard. Or when he watching his westerns, he gonna sit there and while he watching his westerns, he ain't gonna answer the phone. He ain't gonna talk to nobody. He just want to sit there and watch his westerns. And those are what I mean. Just finding them pockets. You know, some people like to go fishing. You know, just give me something to do once a week. You know, just for me. Where
Because
your wife or your girlfriend and your kids ain't bothering you, you can literally just have your moment of peace.
I can understand that aspect.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, if you go, your kids are going to tell on you when you get 70 or something, 80, and you're not able to move around, and that mobility and that accessibility to freedom. And who wants to be 75, 80 years confined to a wheelchair or a bed and no one comes to see them?
Hey,
Nobody could. Yeah, you know, at that point, you're not caring about how much money you got. And when those, like you said, those things, as far as you're being able to go out to cut the grass or go fishing, but you know, once you get to that, you know, you get to that stage in life where you're not as mobile to do those things, and you have no one to come and see you at all.
hold on, Sean. Cool reviews. Check that video out I sent you.
Okay.
Because I'm tied that into this topic what Sean talking about.
All right.
So Sean, what if you be good to these kids and they treat you like you haven't been good to them?
Well, that's part of the process that's going to happen. I can see that happening.
So
You know,
the reason why I asked that is because it's the way their kids treat you in the end is not always a telltale of how you work.
but that's not consistent. You know, that's not a consistent play upon the person. And of course it does happen. I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen. Absolutely it does happen. But sometimes sometimes you have to reflect on your accountability as far as your relationship with those individuals. Were you truly this or was you truly that? And only you and those individuals know that and understand that. And like you say, sometimes that's not going to happen. They're gonna rebel against, you know, what it is you're trying to achieve or what you have done, good or bad.
I don't know, Sean. I can't go with you on that. I know too many
Too many
cases,
what?
too many cases that I know personally where these parents were good, upstanding parents on average, and them kids treat them like they wasn't.
But you may know a lot of cases. It's like I tell people all the time, 10% of a million is 100,000. But 100,000 sounds like too many cases. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. That's only
Okay,
10%.
I get
So
that,
you
but
may know a lot. Hold on. You may know a lot of cases that's happened, but for the most part, that's not normal. That's not normal, consistent behavior.
it shouldn't be normal. But
And it's not
let me ask
normal.
you
It's
this
not.
though: how you
It's
gonna
not.
know what? Oh, I get that, but how you gonna know? Can't hear you.
Who, me? No.
Yeah,
Go
go ahead.
ahead.
There you
Say how
go.
you gonna know what?
How you gonna know whether you looking at that 10% that's not normal, or were you looking at some the actual situation? How you gonna know which one you're looking at when you see that happen to somebody?
I'm not understanding what you're saying. How you gonna know? Say that again. How you gonna when you see that in somebody?
It's a telltale, right? So if you see
Family
somebody
in
where
this
they
family.
kids don't, they
So
kids
the
don't
family
treat them right.
should take care of it, right?
Pause that cool
That's
review.
my
Pause that for a
stepdaughter.
minute.
I mean, it ain't even my stepdaughter, really. It's my girlfriend.
Hold on.
It's
So
apparent that I'm not.
hold on, Cooper B. So how do you, if you see somebody treat their parents a certain way in the later years, right? Right. So nursing home or whatever, right? How you gonna know whether that's a telltale sign of that parent, or how you gonna know if that's one of them 10% kids?
But it may not come that accountability or that reciprocating that type of love back to you, it may not directly come from your child. Just like Bazio said, he has other people outside of his family that is his family.
I get that.
So it may be reciprocated from someone, the child you help the next door neighbor child, or a kid that's been coming to your barber shop that you raised. You've been cutting his or her hair for 20 years. That may reciprocate that type of relationship back to you.
Yeah. That's fine. Go ahead, Corey B.
Hold on, I gotta get back. I gotta get back to the video. Hold on 1 second. I'll put it back up. Dang, hold on. That ain't it.
That's it. Yeah, big delay on YouTube.
It ain't even my stepdaughter, really. It's my girlfriend. It's apparent that I'm not family in this family. So the family should take care of it, right?
You gotta rewind it.
That's my
Rewind it a little
stepdaughter. I mean, it ain't even my stepdaughter, really. It's my
That's
girlfriend.
the guy.
I just happen to be around her for the last 10 years. But tell me why the next day it's apparent that I'm not family in this family. So the family should take care of it, right? That's my stepdaughter. I mean, it ain't even my stepdaughter, really. It's my girlfriend.
I've seen it. That's old. I don't think that's
for the
real.
last 10 years. But tell me
You
why
don't think it's real?
the next day
No, I don't think that's real.
my
That's
girlfriend trying
old.
to
That's
show
an old
me how
video.
much
No,
I'm
that's
wrong,
real,
right?
Sean.
She
I
takes
don't
me to
think
where they
that's
plan the
real.
wedding,
That's your.
and the wedding
I don't
trying to
think it's
show
real.
me,
I know it's old,
all
but I
the
think it's
things they
real.
got going down.
I don't think
everything they
that's
got set
real. I
up.
think that's fake.
I look at
No,
the
it's
venue.
not fake.
I
They got
think
some
it's fake.
father-daughter dances, right?
I've seen
3
that.
songs.
On what account?
All
I've
of
seen
them
it. I've
carry
seen it.
her real
I just
bad.
think it's fake.
Not me.
On what account?
I don't
I
think
look
that's
at the
real.
food they got.
Shit, it
I
should
Some
think
of the
that's
dishes got
fake.
stuff I'm
I
allergic to.
think that's
unbelievable.
partic-
I just
That's
started laughing.
unbelievable, huh?
No, it's not necessarily that
They
it's
want me to pay for
unbelievable.
this.
I just think he's doing
His
that
name
for
on it,
shock
not
value to
mine.
get some
His
views.
songs, not
I
mine.
don't believe that
The
video.
food,
Okay,
I can't
so
eat the
do
food.
you think?
And the 20 people out of
Hey, look at
250,
Corey Views.
I
Go to
want they
his
can.
channel and see if he got videos like that on his channel.
I think that's fake.
It's not.
I've seen it. That's an old video.
I know it's old, and I talked about this before, back when it came out. We talked around in the barbershop. I don't think it's old. I don't think it's fake.
Yo, I think trying to find that guy page is like going down a rabbit hole. That it's been reposted like a billion times, man.
Yeah.
No, I think that's fake.
Yeah.
Nah, it ain't fake, bro.
I think it's fake.
I believe they treat. I think they did a man like that for real.
I don't. I think that's fake. But that's just me. That's me. I don't think that's real.
I wouldn't be surprised stuff like that, man. I've never personally seen it happen, but
I see similar. You know.
Yeah, that's an old video. I think that's fake. I
I've
think
seen
it's fake.
people cut out of stuff before, like the.
And not necessarily because it's unbelievable. I'm pretty sure that has happened, but I
I've
just
seen
think it's
people Gotta
Hey,
have like the stepdad and the dad walk somebody down the aisle. It's like, hold on.
yeah, I think that's fake.
You the first person I
I
heard
think
say. You the first person I heard say that when we watched that video back when it first came out. You the first person I
I
heard say.
know.
Nobody in the comments said
Yeah,
that. Nobody I showed that
I
video.
don't think that's real. That's just me.
That's fine. Like I said, but you the only one I heard say that.
Hey,
Right.
you was gonna say something a few minutes ago, brother. But we kind of cut you off.
What's that?
He was speaking on whatever the subject was before this video.
Oh shoot, man, I don't forgot. But you know,
Mm-hmm.
when we talk about our kids, man, you know, I do agree with the other brother. We know when we just talk about
Mm-hmm.
what we sacrifice, what we live for, and what we do it for. You know, and for us to have, and damn near, I gotta say, the privilege at this point to actually be able to raise our kids in peace without somebody interfering. And it's sad that we even got to say that being able to raise our kids is a privilege at this point because honestly, it seems like the government do incentivize women to come in between that. But I'm looking forward to the day that I can fly back in from Thailand and watch my daughter, you know, do a court case because she's in school to be an attorney. And I want to be able to sit down in the courthouse and watch her do her thing. You know, I even take pride in taking my oldest daughter to work every now and then. You know, I take her and drop off at work, see her go to work. Hell, I used to drop her off at school. You know, so things like that is important, you know. But I also got a homeboy that's mid 50s that just met his oldest child for the first time. He never knew she existed, you know. And but since he is an entrepreneur like you guys, he met his daughter for the first time and actually gave her a job. And now they're building their relationship, you know. But
Right.
you know, it's just, you know, my whole thing is just I just want men just to at some point in life find time is to do whatever just make them happy. Because I just feel like from the time we're born, we're taught our job is to make everybody else happy and to put ourselves last. It's team sports. We play sports. It's not about you. It's about the team. When you get married, it's not about you. It's about the family. When is it about you? When you in the casket?
And
Huh?
never mind.
What's
You
that?
know, sometimes men, the first time that people gonna ever say nice things about you, give you your flowers, tell you how good of a job you've done, it'll be when you can't hear it. Because you'll be laying there full of embalming fluid in a casket. And that'll be the first time people ever came together to say, you've done a good job.
What if you can look at things right now, what is your biggest achievement?
My biggest achievement?
Either one of you three.
Oh, okay. Well, you were starting
What
with
is your
me.
big
Yeah,
go ahead.
my biggest achievement, number one, I mean, is my kids. I would say
See,
they
exactly. That's gonna be your biggest achievement. You don't have to go
yeah.
no farther than that. You out of all the other things that you've done, that is your big. You know, you said it. That's the biggest achievement. Nothing is gonna transcend past that achievement right there. Nothing. I don't care what you
Nothing.
name after that. I don't care if you tell me you made $1 billion. I don't care if you got the house you wanted, the girl you wanted. You can go and fly to and from wherever you want it. You said it. The biggest achievement to you is your kids.
But it is, but you know, okay, that's A. But B,
That's A.
I want to. That's
Okay.
A for sure. That's A.
Right.
But
Absolutely.
B is I want to be able to relax with my feet up, sit back, and watch them do their thing, and I enjoy my life. I don't want to keep hustling. I don't want to keep working. I don't want to keep doing. I don't want to keep pushing
Absolutely.
and pushing.
That's
Now
understandable.
it should be a point in life where you can just sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor, however that
Right.
may be. Yes.
Right.
But number one, yes, for sure, is My
Absolutely.
kids.
100%.
It's your kid. Your kid.
Okay, Sean.
All
What
that
about
other stuff. All that other stuff is secondary.
okay? What about men that don't have kids?
Well, then those other things fall into place. Then those other things fall into place. But we're talking about you. You have to have something outside of yourself that you are putting out into this in this place we're in.
Oh no, for sure, definitely.
You have to have somebody outside of yourself. You know that that you're putting out in this universe, in this world that you know you're building, you're contributing to
I'm gonna tell you this, man.
outside of your own successful accomplishments.
My son, right? You know,
There's
growing
no
up,
achievement in that. There's no achievement in that.
my my dad didn't come to my sports events and stuff like that, man. I don't think he ever came to any of them.
And how did that feel? How did that make you feel?
Well, it made me feel, when I had my son, I said, man, I ain't gonna never miss no games, which I haven't.
Absolutely.
I've never missed an event.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Whether it be school, education, sports, whatever, man.
Even to have a father that parent that's there to you get in trouble in school, to go to the school to fight for you with a teacher. And I don't necessarily mean a fight, but just, hey, I'm here for my child.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
And I'm pretty sure every one of us has done that to that capacity.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then if you don't have no children, I mean, I get what you're saying, but like if you don't have no children, then you can do it for other people's children. You can in the community. There's kids in the community.
Absolutely.
They might not even have parents. You could be, how they
Absolutely.
got those organizations where they want fathers to show up at the
Right.
school.
Absolutely.
They got you every man needs to bring value to the society.
Right.
Some kind of way. And it gives that
Absolutely.
man, every man
I
needs
agree.
a purpose in their life, even if they don't know what that purpose is.
Mm-hmm.
When they operate in that fashion where they're bringing value, then it gets fulfillment.
Right.
One time, I got a Red Cross message, man, and they said my son wasn't possibly gonna make it, bro. Man, I didn't even put no leave packet in. I didn't wait for a colonel, sergeant major, nobody. Bro, I got on the road. Man, I'll deal with that later. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
when I got all the way across country, bro, I had to drive 700 some miles. Bro, I wasn't picking up the phone. Look, man, look. And when I got back, we sat down with the 4-star general. I said, sir, what would you have done? He said, man, you got a point. I was
Yeah,
willing
I
to
mean,
put food on the table
definitely.
to make sure my son was like, I can always put food on the table, man. But man, I would just, I wish somebody would do that for me when I was younger. But now I got the capacity to do it for my son and other people's kids, man. You know what I mean? Because we are responsible for other people's kids as well. Rather than your community or you just passing by. I think just a little word sometimes can change the kids' lives, man. It changed their path, by just crossing
Change the
path.
path. Absolutely. So I think so I mean, and sometimes that means saying no.
Oh, definitely.
It don't always mean saying yes. But as a man, you're going through life, and as you get older, it's like Bazio said the last week. You want that relationship, that bond with somebody, even if you don't have kids.
Mm-hmm.
There's something missing there.
Yeah.
There's something lost.
You can't
Because
say no, man.
even like yourself, Jason, even when you went through your situation with your judicial system, how would that have made you? I don't know if your father was there or not, but how would that have made you feel? Just seeing. Now, how did that make you feel just seeing him there?
Real good, because he traveled 1,000 miles.
Just to see him show up.
Was it? Hold on, how many miles is that? I think it's God.
Whatever. It's
Just
3 foot.
because
But
state. It's
but my
because
whole
state.
point is for him to put everything aside, everything else. This is what for him to say. This is what's important to me. It's to be just to be there. I might not be able to do nothing. I might not be able to do anything else, but just to show my face and show my presence.
Yeah.
Man, you said
I got somebody. I know. I got this one person on my side.
you said something that hit the head on the nail, man. You know, some people want their kids to fear them, right? For me, if my son was to get into anything, I want him to say, "Man, let me call my father, man. I know he knows how to handle the situation, right?"
Right.
And having that bond with your kid, whether it be a girl or a boy, matters, man. Because you know, life happens, man, and sometimes, man, you just need somebody. Hey, you know, the call. You know what I'm saying? And just know you got that one person, man. Can boy, I promise you. I know for me, having that one person in certain aspects of my life, bro, it make a world of difference. You know, man, that person show up. Hey, they break you down sometimes, boy. You like, Lord have mercy, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And
So you rather for your kids.
So that's the achievement as far as
Mhm.
all the other stuff is secondary.
Yeah.
Not to say that those aren't great things or good
Right.
things, but you know that's secondary. Your kids, your wife, you know those people, or your husband. You know you want those people. You want to know that those people are on your side.
Sean,
Go ahead.
we get your point. At the end of
You
the
know,
day,
go ahead.
and like Corey Vee said, you need those pockets for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. You need those pockets.
I'll
There's
be right
nothing
back.
wrong with that.
Like 2 or 3 minutes, guys. I'll be right back.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having those pockets. But my thing is I don't want to try to replace that with that other greater achievement.
I don't think he said anything that suggests that. No.
No, but I don't. I want to make sure that I'm intentional about saying, wait a minute, hold on. Those are good things that make you feel good, but let's start with the foundation of what's the foundation of this, because all
See,
that other stuff is secondary.
yeah, it don't matter whether it's secondary or not. I think you minimizing it too much. I
No, no,
think
no, no. I'm not. No, no,
it
no.
holds more weight than you.
I'm maximizing what's more important.
No.
It's not that, but no. Time out. I am minimizing it. When it comes to that, I am
No,
minimizing it.
I'm not talking about no comparison here. You keep trying to produce a comparison. I think you're minimizing the importance of what he's saying.
No, I understand the importance.
I didn't say no. I don't think you do,
No, I absolutely do.
because you keep on talking about what's more important. I think what he's saying holds more weight than you giving it credit for.
You saying what?
I think what he's saying holds more weight than what you giving credit for.
It holds more weight. I mean, of course, it holds weight.
I didn't say it trumps
I'm
everything,
not
but
gonna. I'm not gonna take. I'm not gonna take you. I'm not gonna say you don't need those things to function and be happy. But yeah, you can. Those are another outlets or things that you should indulge yourself in. Absolutely, you should indulge yourself on certain things.
I think he touched on a very important point that we often overlook.
What's that? Go ahead.
That we need to put more emphasis, more or give more attention, and be more intentional about making sure that we having some fulfillment along the way. Because men, like he right, men don't do that. A lot of men don't do that. Like he said, that dude that worked with him, that old dude, they said when he retired, he gonna get his CTS Cadillac. Nigga, you 65, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, nothing's wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that.
He's telling you something wrong with that. He died the next day after he retired.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate that he died. Absolutely, that's what's
I'm
wrong.
gonna wait.
That's what's
You shouldn't
wrong
wait till
with
you
it. He died the
65 to
next
do nothing.
day.
You shouldn't wait till he making a good point. He making me think. You shouldn't wait till you're 65 to do nothing. That's in. That's it. Your calendar should even be no.
Yeah, from that aspect, yeah. If life affords you the opportunity to do
That's what
those
he's saying, though.
things, yeah,
He's saying,
do them.
that's his point. He's saying we need to fashion our life financially and otherwise to where we can get this fulfillment earlier on.
Like
And it makes a lot of sense. He got me thinking over here.
You ever meet a dude that'll tell you all the stuff his wife and kids have
Maybe
done,
I'm getting a new car tomorrow.
and then you ask him, so
I'm
what
getting that
about
new car
yourself?
tomorrow.
Well, I'm
You
just
said
gonna
what?
wait. Like you ever meet a guy and he can tell you everything he's done for his wife, his kids, his community, and then you ask him, so what have you done for yourself? Man, I'm just gonna wait. Maybe I'll do it next year, but I need to get this, pay for this trip for my wife, or I want to get my daughter this car, so I'm just gonna wait till next year. Then next
Now,
year come around.
at some point in time, you can't be trying to buy no car for your daughter and she's 40 years old. Nah,
It was another dude.
Let me give you an example.
nah.
Let me give you an example what he's talking about.
Nah, you can't. Your daughter need to be trying to buy her own car at 40.
What's the first thing they say about a man when he get in his 40s and 50s? And he go God get a new car. He go get him a boat. Next thing you know, and then they say what do they say he going through?
Midlife crisis. I don't know.
Midlife crisis. They call it a crisis. And after this and the cool reviews, I'm thinking about it just might be a crisis. I've never liked when people call that a midlife crisis. I said, man, just doing something for himself. But hell, it might be a crisis that he waited and he had to stuff it all in at one time. You know what I'm saying? Just to give himself that rush of fulfillment. And I know what he's saying. Okay, when I got my divorce on my first marriage, right? And I had just bought my ex-wife a new car. I paid a nice chunk of money.
You bought about 5 cars in that situation.
No. Listen, check it out. I had just bought a new car, right? Shut up. So I was driving. My truck was 12 years old, or 11 years old at the time that I was driving. I was happy with my little truck, But they came out in 2008. They came out with the Dodge Challenger, right?
You went and bought one, and I fussed at you for buying it.
Listen, dog. This is my story. In 2008, they came out with a Dodge Challenger, right?
Right.
We had one of our customers. He come to the shop. He was one of the first ones to get one. You know how some of them do.
I remember the little young high school kid. I remember him.
Came out there at the Dodge Challenger, and he was out there showing it to us. I said, "Man, this is a bad joker right here, boy." Ooh. So I'm looking eyeing that Dodge Challenger for years, right? From 2008 to 2012. But I'm buying her a new car. I'm driving the 01. You know what I'm saying? I'm driving the 01 truck, putting around there. Now it run good, but it's old truck, right? So I bought the car in like November 2011, right? So come around June 2012. How many months is that? We get divorced. But now the car in my name, I'd have paid a chunk of money down on it and everything. So guess what? That's car stand with me. I just put all that money down. So boom. What I do, right? I take the car, I go trade it in, I get the 2012 Dodge Challenger. Brand new off the lot.
I remember.
Told
you wasn't gonna keep that car.
I'm rolling. I'm rolling. But I got what I wanted. What I've been eyeing for years. That's what matters. The only reason I didn't keep the car is because I should have kept
Jason,
my
I knew
truck.
you weren't gonna keep. Jason, I knew you weren't gonna
No,
keep that
no,
car.
you're wrong. You're wrong. Only reason I didn't keep the
Oh,
car. That's y'all
yeah,
problem.
you
Hold
didn't.
on,
You
hold
didn't
on.
keep it.
Hold on.
You didn't keep it.
Hold on. At the end of the day, y'all don't know what the hell y'all be talking about my business. Why I do certain things. Right? Yeah. You can believe you want to. Only reason I got rid of the car
I knew
because
you
I
would
love.
go keep it. I told you would go keep it. But go ahead.
Let me know when I can tell my damn story, dude.
Go ahead. Because it's funny. Because I was there.
Right, right.
You interrupt me, y'all. You not
Go
realize you
ahead.
interrupt. God damn,
Go
let me tell you
ahead.
y'all niggas be thinking y'all know shit. Y'all don't even know shit. I'm trying to tell you what it was. Anyway, in fact is I got what I wanted. That's the whole point.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Because I was doing just like Cool Review said, taking care of the family, doing things for
Right.
everybody else. That's the whole moral of the story.
That's the moral of the story. Okay.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
Since you think you know it all, only reason I got rid of the Challenger is because I had got rid of my truck, and then I started missing my truck because I ain't never been one like to borrow people truck and all this kind of stuff. So I went back and got me a new truck. That's why I got rid of it.
I know all of that.
But I wouldn't have never got rid of the Challenger had I kept my truck.
Okay.
If I had both, I would have kept the Challenger.
Man, I'm gonna tell you.
That's why I was able. That's one of the reasons why I was able to say you wasn't gonna keep that car when you got it.
Oh, I thought
But
you
anyway, go ahead.
I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro. I don't care what I do. Whoever I marry, I'm gonna keep me one toy. Y'all know. Look, man, just leave me alone. Let me go ahead and leave me alone. Hey, we can have whatever bedrooms you want, but I gotta have my toy, man. I gotta have a toy. I promise. If I don't have no toy,
But I do understand what Cool Review's saying. I do second what he's saying. You have to have those pockets of enjoyment. I do. But and the reason I was emphasizing what I was saying because the black community, as far as I think we overindulge on those pockets.
No, you got a
And I
pocket.
think yes we do. I think we do. Huh?
I think
you like art. You like art, right?
I'm just gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that. Sean is doing. I know what Sean is doing is he's thinking about when people be prioritizing that kind of stuff.
Oh no, for sure.
That part.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's not what we're talking about here.
Yeah. So that's my whole point is you got to be able to balance those pockets and not let those because the internet has fooled a lot of us.
Right. Oh man, what
to going to consistently being in those pockets of what did you call them? Cool Reviews. Those pockets you call them of self gratification or whatever the case may be. I don't know if that's the right word of use that I'm using. Right. Because I think we do because that's the side that is that's more consistently sold or showed to us.
Right.
Well, see, you're talking about like you got that's a whole nother conversation. You know what I mean?
But you're right because a lot of times
we're not talking about
a lot of times we associate that with happiness. We're associating those type of consumptions with happiness.
It got something to do with happiness, though.
Man, no.
Yeah, I'm not. You're right. I'm not taking away from the point that it does have something to do with happiness, but we're replacing that illusion with this is what happiness is.
Right.
It sounds like your whole point is priority. You talking about priorities.
I'm gonna tell you for myself, right? I'll purchase stuff before. Man, I enjoyed it about 2 weeks. I'd be like, man, it was stupid, man. Like this was really stupid.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely right.
I could have did something else, right? And that taught me like don't compulsively buy stuff, right? Just if you want to get it, but don't do it because of a social norm or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because you will have that buyer's remorse. Like, man, it was probably the stupidest thing. Because I bought some more expensive cars and I'm like, it's stupid. Like, it's really stupid.
Man, look, my phone getting ready to die, so I'm finna get out of here. I'm on
For
about
sure.
Yeah.
6%.
All right.
Hey, we can for sure wrap up. I'm gonna actually go live probably in about another 20 minutes.
Okay.
This dude, Ryan, his name is Ryan Davis. I don't know if y'all heard of Ryan Davis, but
yeah.
his new comedy special is a fool.
Oh, he killed
and
it,
I'm
bro.
man, he cooking. So I want to break down this Ryan Davis
I think I
video.
seen it. I think I watched it the other day. That's when they had like black on.
No.
Nah.
You talking about your lady?
Oh, that I watched the old one.
Yeah, this one he talk about like women are delusional and all kind of stuff. Man, it's funny.
Go ahead real quick. Play it real quick.
Let me see what he got on. Because I just watched one like 2 days ago.
Right, hold on one
Cause
second.
my phone about to tap out. I got it plugged up, but it ain't.
You need to get you a fast charger.
I don't know. I mean, it's plugged up. It's just not. I don't know what's going on. Let me look at this real quick, and I'm gonna get up out of here.
Nonsense. No man wants happiness from his woman. We wouldn't even believe you if you tried. Fellas, can you imagine you coming home, putting a pen and a piece of paper in front of your woman and say, write down what it's going to take for, and she puts a pen and paper in front of you and say, hey baby, write down what it's going to take for me to make you happy. Fellas, what are you writing? You ain't got shit, do you? Look at them, nothing. Ladies, if y'all are so rational, why the fuck don't they have anything to write? Because they don't believe that you actually give a fuck about making them happy. He know it's a trap. Soon as he writes down what you can do to make him happy, you're gonna look at it and go, so you saying I don't do this? So you saying I'm not happy? You're not happy? That's what you're saying? Delusional as fuck. So you're in luck, ladies. Men don't care nothing about happiness. Men care about peace. That's all men care about anyway. Men go through their whole life going like, this is how a man thinks. Long as no one's fucking with me, what a day. That's what peace looks like, ladies. That's all he wants is peace. Just wants to get to the end of the day where he feel like, hey, I ain't got nothing on my plate. It's over. Peace. But fellas, that is your job. It's your job to facilitate and keep your own peace. Your woman will not give you peace.
I think there's a lot of truth to that. Have you all ever seen the thing with Joyce Myers talk about the elevator?
She don't know.
Where she talks about the woman gets on the elevator, she goes to the first floor and it said a man with a job. She goes to the second floor, the man with a job in the car, and then the third floor, the woman keeps pressing the button, and she's like, women are just not never gonna be happy. That one, that's a good one. And then the one with the comedian with when Joe Budden and them are talking on his show. And the guy tells the guy telling the joke about how women they always want more. And the men laugh. And they asked the woman, they like, you didn't get it? She said, no, I was wanting more. And Joe Budden was like, that was his point. That's his point. You just proved his point. All the men laughed. It's like,
I was waiting for more.
I was waiting for more. And Joe Budden was like, that's exactly what he's talking about. You just proved his point right now.
The
But let
first
me get
person I
out of here,
heard.
man. I gotta get out of my phone about to die.
All right.
See y'all
Well,
next
yeah.
Thursday.
All right.
Hey,
All
we out.
right, we out.
Hey,
Peace.
yeah. See you next. We'll touch on it.
All right, bet.